Hello, ladies and game of Diablo 3 Season 2 Monk gameplay. Let's get started here. Now, I am playing the Season 2. I know it's about to end soon, and April 10th, I believe, is when it's. I'd have to look it up. I think it's April 10th is when we're gonna have to, is when it's gonna end. But for now, I'm just playing, and to see as how far I can get before the season ends and season 3 begins, which I'm really excited for. Not really looking into maybe doing any um, competitive play or anything like that, but I'm excited to play nonetheless. Since my last video, if you watched that, there has been a few changes that I've made recently, and let's take a look at them real quick. So, first, I finally got my Royal Ring of Grandeur. For those of you who don't know what that does, it basically reduces your set piece bonus requirement by one, reduces it by one. So that means I now have the Inna's set 4-piece bonus because I have the headpiece, chest piece, and the belt, which the main reason this is good is it gives me the effect of all four of the monk mantras, which you can see right here. Just their basic effects. So nearby enemies take increased damage, which I believe is 20%. Where are my skill buttons? Here we go. Mantras. Here we are. All right, so um, we get the passive, all of them. So mantra of salvation. All allies within 60 yards get 20% increased elemental resistance. So magic, fire, electricity, etc. All of your allies gain 60 within 60 yards gain 101% of your weapon damage as holy to anyone who attacks you or if you block a dodge an attack. Holy mantra of healing. Holy mantra of healing basically just heals you. Right now, this scale is based off of um, my healing on my items, but right now every second I believe it goes by every second. 10,000 health, increase by 30% of my life per second, which is life per second is 31,000. So then the last one is mantra of convention, increases all damage that you do by 10%. Pretty good, pretty sweet. And that is this set plus this ring. So I don't have to have the 4 sets. As you can see, there's 2 more pieces there that I could possibly have. The second set I'm wearing is the Sun Wuko's balance, or the Sun Wuko set, which is the main set that monks want to have at the moment. It's been changed a little bit, but essentially you use one of your primary resource spenders, and you'll cast a decoy of yourself that taunts everything, and then explodes for 1,000% of your weapon damage. Then, if you get the fourth set piece, which I'm looking to get by replacing this amulet with the Sun Wuko amulet, but if you get the fourth piece, it makes your next uh, resource spender deal 500% more damage for the next 3 seconds. So this is where most of the monk's damage output is actually coming from. Right now, I believe other than that, those were the 2 main new pieces that I got. I did add in, I only tried once to re-roll this, got a socket right off the bat, fantastic. And I'm using the Tauguk gem in this one. So every time I spend resources, which as you'll see, I'm going to be spamming my resource spenders all game. This will stack up, increasing my damage. At rank 2, I can stack it 22 times at 0.5%. That's almost 11% additional damage once it's fully stacked. And then right now I'm using the Myrne gem. Basically, whenever I deal damage to anything, there's a 15% chance on hit that I'll do 2,000 weapon damage. Now I was using this specifically to set off my exploding palm, and because for a while I needed that additional damage. Later on, depending on how far we get, I might replace this with something else. But right now, this is great. Really helps me out. Now, as far as my build, I think it's a fairly standard build as of right now. However, I do have a few tweaks that are basically they're just for me to be a little bit different. I got your quick strike lightning. I do, because I'm what I'm going for. I do like the barrage here. Um, this will turn your dashing strike into a more offensive dashing strike, which you can use for single target damage. So I really enjoy it. However, when you have this one, you only have 2 charges instead of 3. So it's really, I would say your dashing strike is going to be whatever your preference is. Most people go with Quicksilver because they prefer the 3 charges. Some people like the Way of the Falling Star because of the movement speed. It kind of has the same idea as the Quicksilver one. This one is great if you are going for a 0 DPS build. I use this one for my 0 DPS because whenever you dash into a group, you automatically get 40% chance to dodge. Right off the bat, it's great. Radiance, I don't really see people using this one that much unless you're going specifically for an attack speed build. But even then, I see most people going with Quicksilver just for that additional dash. It's just so much more preferable. But for now, I'm going to go with Barrage just so you can see what I'm talking about. My W is the ever needed Epiphany, which increases whenever it's active for 15 seconds, your spirit regeneration, which is your big ball of white over here, is increased by 45, allows you to spam more, and it makes you immune to knockups, knockbacks, other crowd controls. It's got a 60-second cooldown, which isn't too bad because I am running with Beacon at Vitar plus my items. I think I have 32% currently, so it's not too bad. I don't really use it that often right now on tier 1, but later on this will become really important. Next is Sweeping Wind. I'm going with the physical version of this, which isn't really anything fancy. The damage is just increased. It has a higher damage output per second than all of the other ones, except for Cyclone. But Cyclone requires you to have a high critical strike rating, which I don't have right now. I'm not stacking for crit yet. So this one actually is going to be the best. Plus, it's going to, as you'll see, it's going to be following a pattern where everything I have is physical. So here's my air elemental, which deals physical damage, and I can activate it to gain 100 spirit. Now I'll be looking for a pair of boots that I think it's called the crudest boots. Basically, it gives me 2 air allies instead of 1. And they also increase my spirit regeneration by 4 for each air elemental. So assuming that when I get those boots, I'll have 2 air elementals, I'll have 8 additional spirit regeneration instead of 4. My next ability I'm going with is Exploding Palm. This is also real big right now because of a new pair of bracers called the Gungo, which whenever someone explodes from Exploding Palm spreads itself on its own. Essentially is how it works. So the idea of this is to hit something, make it explode, which will set off your Sunruko set. Now a whole bunch of things are going to have Exploding Palm, and then you follow up. Oh, also this particular Exploding Palm, the Flesh is Weak. All targets affected by Exploding Palm take 20% additional damage for 9 seconds. And it's also physical damage. And then I'm using, for now, Lash Tail Kick because it's a 15-yard radius I'm assuming that's a radius. Maybe it's a 15-yard diameter, but I'm assuming it's a 15-yard radius for 825% of your weapon damage as physical. Really, really simple. All physical damage. And then I'm currently using momentum. A lot of people will also use unity, however, only have 2 allies. So because of that, momentum is better for me at the moment. Now, if I were to go to do a share group or something like that, go group with other people, I would change to unity because I would assume I would have at least 3 other allies. And then I'm using Exalted Soul for the extra spirit regeneration and spirit. Again, the 20% cooldown and 6 cents, 25% of all non-physical damage automatically reduced by 25%, which allows me to take a little bit more abuse. Now, this is tier 1 or Torment 1, so this is not going to be very, very scary. Basically, what my plan is, I'm going to move up eventually and start trying to find stronger, better royal ring of grandeurs. Eventually, I want to be in tier Torment 6. Right now, I don't think I mean, I could probably do Torment 6. It would just be very scary, and I don't feel like doing it. So instead, for today, since I am low on Greater Rift trial keystones here, I only got 2, and I have 82 regular Rift keystones. I figured might as well just clear out a couple of rifts and see how we go. And you'll be able to see an idea of how this build kind of works. Now, like I said, this is a fairly standard build, so there's nothing really special about this other than I'm going for pure physical, whereas everyone else goes with a electricity based build. Oh, I should be using my storm here. Also, another thing that's different is that most people use the holy version. I don't know if I can show you right now because I'm in combat here. Let's see here. Give me one moment. Let me clear these guys out real quick. There we go. No, go away. Okay. Let's see. Sweeping Wind. Most people go with Inner Storm because it gives you an additional 8 spirit when you have it fully stacked. But it ends up doing about 100% less damage. And I actually don't need the additional spirit that it requires, or that it gives you. At least not yet. I don't need it yet. Maybe later on I'll need it. Like in Torment 6 or something, I might need that additional spirit regeneration so that I can spam my abilities more. But at the same time, you would expect that, and at that point in time, you are doing more damage overall. And because you're doing more damage overall, you need less spirit. So that's kind of the idea here. So what I'm going to do is pretty much a full clear of this, and which, if you're not sure what that means, basically I'm just going to go through the entire rift. What basically is going to happen is there will eventually, if you look over here, we got a yellow bar, and that yellow bar fills up as you kill things, and eventually a boss will spawn. Once that boss spawns, you have the choice of closing the rift and opening a new one, or what most people do is they will continue after they kill the boss to go ahead and, oh, can I not, nope, can't go over that wall. How about this wall? No? Okay. My bad. What most people will do is continue on afterward and can basically kill as many things as they can to get more legendary drops. Really, that's all there is to it. That's all the people are doing. So normally you would see this happening with like a tier 6 share group or tier 6. Ooh, hold on. Let me pick up this non-blue crappy item because I have a puzzle ring. Puzzle ring, basically, the little guy right here. This little guy right here. This guy right here. He picks up the trash, and then he after so it's like one man's trash is another man's treasure. So he picks up all my trash, and eventually he's like, "Well, thank you for all this trash. I found this piece of crap. Why don't you have it?" And it's a legendary item, basically. So yeah. So this is basically what I'm going to do. Stizzer, who cares? So far, so on Torment 1, really not a lot of items are going to drop because you don't have as high of a drop rate, right? So I probably won't get very many items here as a result of it, but screw those guys, no on them. But later on, but in like tier 6, you'll see when people do a fill clear, there's a much higher drop rate for legendaries and stuff. Come on, guys, come out, open the door. Thank you. Jesus. Okay. Let's see. I need to show you guys why I like this particular dashing strike. However, I will wait until the boss spawns. It should be spawning here pretty quickly. Let's clear these guys out. Get some exploding palms going. Everyone dies. Take this. Open up this. Kill that guy. As you can see, really, I'm just walking around and clicking on them, which hits them with my exploding palm, and then exploding palm sets off my Sun Wukong set, 2-piece set. The 2-piece set, if you can see it, you see the little circle. It's about this wide right here, maybe a little bit bigger than my storm. See if you can see the white explosion. See it right there. Right there, that white explosion is the Sun Wukong set. Ooh, a Diablo. Here we go. And that explosion, actually, one of the things I like about the lashing tail kick. Oh. Well, hold on. Yeah. Da. One of the reasons why I like the lashing tail kick specifically is because it has the same cast time, I guess is one way to say it. It's got the same cast time as the Sun Wukong set, so your lash tail kick deals its damage at the same time that the Sun Wukong decoy does its damage. So it kind of synergizes a little bit. And that's kind of the whole idea behind this build in general. It's just to get some synergies going. And as I get more items, I would hope... Oh, okay, here's the Rift Guardian. Ooh, what's this? Where'd he go, Mr. Rift Guardian? Okay, let's spam some of this. And spam some of this. So basically, as you can see, as I spin, I do the lash tail kick, and then you also see the Sun Wukong set go off, and that's basically it. That's the idea behind these two items, or behind this build. I've seen similar builds, people using nothing at all. People using the Wave of Light instead, and the Wave of Light basically, I've seen I think the most common one is the lightning wave of light because the lightning wave of light, while dealing less damage in general, deals more damage over time, I believe, because most of the lightning abilities have like a little lightning rod type situation going on where they will deal continuous damage over a certain period of time as long as the target is within a certain area. So a lot of people use that, but I've seen I've seen a few people use the fire one. I've been considering there's one that's please die. Thank you. I've seen one that is or I've seen a couple people that I played with a while back. A while back being like a couple weeks ago, where they were using the fire one and they were just running around pooping fire everywhere, basically. Hello. Why is this fire beast still alive? Okay. Let me see if I can find a good target to show you. Alright, I'm going to dash through these guys. And you. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Missed. Okay. So basically what happens with this dashing strike is that the last person hit will take basically an additional 1,000 damage over 2 seconds. There you go right there. And it's really good for single target damage, really. Right there. You see, that's right there is what I'm talking about. And it's physical damage as well, so I like it. Kind of synergizes with everything. But you, like I said, you also miss out on the third dashing strike, which, so essentially you're trading mobility for damage, and sometimes mobility is good. Now we should be getting close to done here. Hopefully we get done pretty soon. I've been having some issues with my computer. Started like 2 days ago, and with my computer just all of a sudden out of nowhere started to overheat, and it caused my computer to blue screen. So I took the case off, the cover off of it, which is not really a good thing necessarily, but it's helped quite a lot, and I'm capable of actually playing for more than like 5 seconds before the computer overheats, more or less. But basically, I believe I'm going to have to do some modifications soon. I took a look. It only looks like it has a single stock fan in it, which is not really that good, so it's not getting enough airflow. I've had it for just over a year now, so it doesn't have a warranty anymore. So probably going to start modifying it here soon so that I can get primarily to start off with. I'm going to work on the hello guys, goodbye guys. Primarily I'm going to be working on the cooling issue that I'm having, obviously, but then I'll take a look into possibly upgrading the system. And it's an Alienware, so it's going to be really proprietary, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually be able to upgrade anything, but I do know that it's partially upgradable. At least I know that much, because Alienware is all about Dell in general is all about the customization of your computers. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Hopefully this is our last one. I am running a timer. I want to keep these videos about 30 minutes long, and one, so that I can rest my throat hole because I start to get real thirsty. real thirsty. Almost. Oh, there's a timer right there. You can hush now. So that the timer is set for 25 minutes. I started as soon as I started the video, and we'll see. This shouldn't take too much longer. So, like I said, I want to keep them around 30 minutes. I think we should fall into that time. I think pretty easily. Hello, excuse me. I don't want you. I want this. Oh, probably won't use that, but I got it. I got something. So out of that whole time, 30 minutes, one item. Or one good item, I guess. I did get some Paragon levels here, I believe. One or two, at least. And some marquee. What's over here? There we go. Let's see what you got. Now, one thing, what I'm looking for next in this is the bracers for Exploding Palm, because I'm not using the Lightning Palm, the Lightning base Exploding Palm, which spreads Exploding Palm to 2 targets instead of just 1 target at a time, and it changes the damage to lightning. Now, since I'm trying to keep with the theme of physical, I'm not using it. However, seems to be far more efficient as far as clearing out big mobs. Come on, no whammies, no whammies. Damn. Okay. But if like I get to a really big, thick mob set, really just spamming a couple of them in general, just hitting one guy and moving on to the next guy, hitting the next guy, works just as well. It might be slower, but at the same time, the way I look at it, if you know anything about the Witch Doctor, one of their builds is the Quetzalcoatl build. Basically what you do is you walk up to everything, set up you blow bugs at them, throw some frogs at them maybe, but basically you put on 2 or 3 dots onto a mob, you gather them up, put 2 or 3 mobs on them, and then there's an ability that the Witch Doctor has that will cause your dots to explode, dealing the rest of the damage that they have left to all the targets that are affected. So the way I'm looking at this build is it kind of plays similar to that. You walk up, hit them with your dot, the dot sets off your taunt explodes and sets off the explosion of the taunt, and you just run around and just keep spreading this taunt. And that right there, that's exactly what happens. You only get 1 or 2 of them off. As you can see, part of the reason why I'm not using the Holy Wind, the Holy Sweeping Wind here, is because I don't need, things are currently dying too fast for this to even really matter. If you look over here at the white ball, my spirit's barely moving because things are dying on this level of difficulty too fast, too easily for it to actually matter. Now, like I said, later on it might matter, but right now, like I clicked 2 people in that group, the whole group died. So what'll make it more efficient will be the bracers. Those bracers will essentially, in a large group, what'll happen is anything that, like that guy died, anything that isn't dead within like 15 yards of the original target should get affected with Exploding Palm automatically. So basically I just run around spamming this and people are going to explode. And that's it. That's the idea of the build. Hello? And then you want to make sure to get the Exploding Palm on your primary target. Especially, ooh, it's not what I wanted, but it might be better than what I got. You having troubles in here, buddy? Yeah, oh, now I'm locked in. Now I gotta go around. Thanks. Thanks. Let's see, what was I talking about? So basically, I'll run around in circles, punching people in the face, everything will explode, and everything shall die. And if, oh yeah, now I remember what I was saying. With the Gungo exploding palm, I won't need the lightning based. Oh yes, I'm so glad. Took the entire video to finally get any items, but anyway, so with the Gungo, I won't need the lightning one, and this physical based one, which increases the damage of everything affected by it by 20%, will be just as efficient. It should make it work more smoothly. I mean, obviously it's already working, but it would make it more efficient. Which more efficiency means faster runs. Faster runs means more items. More items mean I can progress faster. And since I'm trying to progress as fast as I can, oh god. Trying to progress as fast as I can before the season ends, that's important to me right now. So, looks like this one's about to be over. Got a few more mobs here, important mobs at least. And see, there's the setup of that. For things that don't die with one exploding palm, that's basically the setup right there. You hit everything with your exploding palm, which they'll take 1200% weapon damage over 9 seconds, but they'll also take 20% additional damage. Oh, you some bitches. And then you just spam, after that, you just spam Lash Tail Kick. And then Lash Tail Kick deals extra damage to all of them. And then when you have the full Sun Wuko set, you'll also get the, can you pick that up? Thank you. You'll get the additional 500 damage on your Exploding Palm and Lash Tail Kick. So everything should synergize fairly well once everything is put together. And this will be, when the next season starts, this will be the build that I'm going for until I start picking up the new items, which I'm not sure what the new items are yet. I know they're listed somewhere. They seem pretty cool. But I just don't remember what they are. So, and that looks like it's going to be it. Let's go back to town, see what we got, and then we'll call it a day. Now, I'm probably going to be looking to do one or two of these videos a week. I think I'm only going to do one this week. But I'll make sure to do at least one or two a week so that I can keep you guys up to date on the progression of the character. Let's see, we got Heart of the Crashing Wave. I like this set, at least the idea of this set. It's just no longer efficient. Chord of Shurma, chance to hit to create a chaos field that blinds and slows enemies. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I wish I could use that instead of my Enna's Favor. And we had an amulet too. What's this? Kimbo's Gold. Picking up gold heals you. And it's a strength item. That's unfortunate. Can you use it? What you got? You got a dexterity item with lots and lots of health. Yeah, I'm not real sure. Let's see. Alright, what's his toughness? 5.5 million. Okay, that goes up a little bit, and I believe, yeah, it's increasing his damage pretty significantly. So, we'll give you that. We'll put you in the trash pile. We will not push you in the trash pile because you are badass. You can come over here with our other badass items. Look at this witching malware. Got this really quick into my game. again, too bad I can't use it because I either need to be using Inna's Reach, which is a weapon, or Inna's Temperance, which is an amulet. Inna's Reach isn't too bad. However, there are better weapons out now from when Inna's Reach came out initially. And then I want the Sun Wukong set amulet instead. So, and I can't use the crown because that, again, it interferes with Inna's set. So, unfortunately, I am going to be forced to use Inna's favor. I won't be able to use any of these other, like the Vigilant, I believe 6% cooldown. I don't remember how high that goes. That goes up to 8%, so that's pretty good. This has pretty good rolls on it as far as the Vigilant belt goes. As same thing with the Witching Hour, whereas like on my other characters, we're trying to get these two items. Like, for example, my Crusader wants a Witching Hour, I believe, either a Witching Hour or a Vigilant, whichever one. Spent like 2 or 3 months trying to find it, could never find it. It was very upsetting. So I'm gonna put that in here with my cool items just because it's a set for the monk. But otherwise, I believe that is gonna be it for today, guys. So if you liked this video, please show your support by leaving a comment at the bottom, subscribing, and liking the video. Other than that, guys, you have a good rest of your day.